That wasn't a loss now that you have sat with it. And now you can see the gain in which you have gained from that situation. Now you see that it wasn't a loss. A lot of times, just because things does not go the way that we want them to go in our lives, we begin to think that it was a loss. And all the while, it was a gain. And not only was it a gain, it was a great gain. The gain that we get from this so-called loss will propel us to our next destination in life. It might not be our final destination, but it will be our next stepping stone in life. Too many times we take the loss, the things that happen to us, and we begin to beat upon ourselves most of all, because we feel as though we had this in the bag. We had this going. We had practice for this. We have taught ourselves how to do this particular thing. We was going to go to the next level with this thing. But it turned out to be, it wasn't so. So we began to think, what a loss. Here I am once again, losing again. I lost again. We began to beat upon ourselves because we thought that this time would be that time. Failing to realize this is not a loss. This is a great gain. Like I just said, not only a gain, but a great gain. See, God knows what's best for us. We don't. We just want what we want. And we don't really and truly know what is best for us. We don't see the hidden things that is in that situation. We don't see the things that could harm us. We don't see the failure in that thing that is waiting for us down the line. The only thing we see, because we have tunnel vision, our focus is focused on that thing that we have said that with this, I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to do that in our winning. And God said no. And so when he said no, we began to start doubting. Here I am once again, put in all that work. And here I am, once again, failing once again at something that I had made up in my mind, that I had practiced for, that I had spent all this money. I have done all the work. But here I am once again at a loss and losing. And we all been there. And if you haven't been there, like the old people always say, just keep living. Too many times we think that we have to win everything in order for us to be successful in this thing called life. Success doesn't come as easy for the majority of people that it seems to come for a lot of the world. So when it don't happen in our timing and in our moment, we begin to become discouraged. All of us have been there. I have been there many, many times in my life. And it makes you want to stop trying, because you begin to say to yourself, what's the use? Why should I keep trying when I keep on failing? When I keep putting all this money out here? When I keep believing in myself? When I keep praying? And don't y'all say keep praying and asking God? But I keep praying and asking God, and I'm putting in the work and I'm spending the money. But it's not happening. And then the reason why we keep telling you to keep praying and keep trusting in God, because God's timing is not our timing. And all of us have been there. And we want what we want. But our timing is not God's timing. God is going to allow what happened when he's ready for it to happen. He's going to bless us with those things that he see and know that we stand in need of in our times of show enough need. And just because we think we need it now doesn't mean that we need it now. And I know we want it now, because that's the human side of us. We want what we want, and we want it now. But God knows what's best. And I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying at all that it's easy to trust the process, because a lot of time it's very difficult to trust the process. Sometimes it's difficult because we want this thing to hurry up. We want to be able to see the fruits of our labor. And when we don't see the fruits of our labor, it can and it will become discouraging. But I just really and truly believe that it would happen in God's timing. It is all about his timing. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with his timing. And like I've always said, a lot of people don't believe. So when we are going through something, and when we're hoping and wishing and waiting for something, it is not always wise for us to speak about what we're waiting on or what we're working on, because you got to remember, a lot of people, faith isn't where your faith is. A lot of people do not believe in God. This day and age in which we live in, there is a lot of people who have given up completely on God. They do not believe in him. They do not trust nothing anymore, because those people have seen a lot of life trials, and it don't make it right. But that is where they are in their faith. So when we're hoping and wishing and praying for something and working hard and spending our money to get to that next level in life, that's why it is wise a lot of time for us to keep quiet. Everything that we're wishing and hoping and praying for and working hard to have, it is not up for public consumption. We have got to learn to be quiet and stop telling everything and everybody about every goal and accomplishment that we have had and we want to receive in the future. It's not wise. Just keep hoping. Just keep wishing. Just keep praying. It's not easy, but it is necessary for us to not give up in these times, because life itself will get downright difficult, and it would get to the point that you would say, what's the use? What's the use? But you gotta keep on. Don't stop. Keep trusting. Keep hoping. Keep wishing. And keep praying. This is my moment. This has been a chosen moment. Be blessed. Don't give up. Take care.